You eat the cleanest meal on the table: chicken, rice, salad, olive oil. And somehow, you feel worse. Your stomach inflates like you swallowed a balloon. Your brain turns to sludge by midday. Energy crashes hit with no pattern. You run labs and they come back mostly fine. So you start blaming the food, your willpower, your body. Here is the part nobody tells you. The same healthy meal can land completely differently depending on when you eat it. Your body is running 2 clocks, not 1. Moving to slide 2. Your body is not a steady machine. It is a daily rhythm. Gut motility tends to be more active earlier and slows later for a lot of people. Hormones track daylight and sleep, which changes appetite, stress response, and how fast your stomach and intestines want to move. Insulin sensitivity usually trends higher earlier in the day and lower later, so the same carbs can feel easy at one time and heavy at another. Add stress, and your digestion can downshift even more, because stress commonly reduces motility and increases air swallowing and tension. That is why you can copy and paste the same perfect meal and get a brand new result. Clean food can still feel dirty when the timing fights your rhythm. Moving to slide 3. Bloat after healthy meals often comes from traffic, not toxicity. If stomach emptying is slow, food sits longer and you feel heavy and tight. If motility downstream is sluggish, that backlog becomes a fermentation party, especially when the meal is high in fiber or fermentable carbs. Another sneaky driver is rushing. You chew less, you swallow more air, and your gut feels inflated even if the meal was simple. Then there is water. A salty dinner, a big swing in carbs, or a hard training day can shift fluid into the gut and tissues, which feels like bloat without being fat gain. None of this means the food is bad. It means your system was already behind when you added more volume and fiber on top. Moving to slide 4. The most common setup I see starts in the morning. You wake up, maybe you train, you drink coffee, and you delay real food. Coffee can stimulate the colon, but it can also ramp up stress hormones in some people, especially on an empty stomach. Then you stack a long fast with a hard workout, and you try to be healthy by making your first meal huge and high fiber. Think a blender full of berries, greens, chia, protein powder, or a mountain salad with beans. That is a lot of bulk and fermentation potential landing in a gut that may already be underfueled and underhydrated. If electrolytes are low early, your body holds on to stress, cravings rise, and later you hunt sugar and quick carbs. Then you end up with a high-fiber meal sitting on top of a rebound snack pattern, and the whole day feels like bloat, fog, and random hunger. A better move is simple. Break the fast with a smaller, easier meal. Get fluids and sodium in, then build fiber later when your gut is actually moving with you. Moving to slide 5. Fiber is powerful because it slows digestion and helps regulate appetite and blood sugar. That is great, just not always first thing and not always stacked at every meal. Too much fiber too early can trap food in a slow-moving system and make you feel full, distended, and backed up. Then you assume you are intolerant to healthy foods, when the real issue is the dose and timing. Another trap is layering fiber all day. A high-fiber breakfast smoothie, a big salad lunch, roasted vegetables and beans at dinner, plus a fiber supplement. That can overwhelm motility, especially if you sit a lot or you are stressed. Try moving your biggest fiber hit to the part of the day when your digestion is most reliable, and keep the first meal simpler and lower residue. When your gut stays on schedule, clean food finally feels clean. That sets up the next problem: protein without enough fuel. Moving to slide 6. If you go high protein and keep carbs very low, you can end up with protein without fuel. Low glycogen is not a moral failure. It is a stress signal. Your body leans harder on stress hormones to keep blood sugar steady, and that can make sleep lighter and more fragmented. In the gym, the same plan often feels like you lost conditioning overnight. Sets feel heavier, your heart rate climbs faster, and recovery drags. Mentally, it can feel like burnout, but it is often just low energy availability. You are asking your brain and muscles to run on fumes while you keep the accelerator down. If this pattern matches you, the fix is usually not more caffeine or more grit. It is matching training and daily demands with enough usable fuel. so your system does not start compensating in ways that feel like fog and strain. And when compensation starts, other things tend to stack up too. Moving to slide 7. Fats are healthy, but they are slow. That is the point, and it is also the trap. If you add a lot of oils, nut butters, cheese, cream, or healthy fat bombs on top of already solid meals, those fats do not cancel hunger the way you expect. They often just sit longer, because fat delays gastric emptying. Here's what to do. First, separate fat as a cooking tool from fat as a calorie load. A teaspoon of oil to cook is different from pouring 3 tablespoons on a salad plus adding avocado plus nuts. Second, be careful stacking fat with very high fiber. That combo can be great in moderate portions, but large portions can feel like a brick, especially if your gut is already slow. Third, watch late meals. Your digestion tends to slow at night, so a heavy, high-fat dinner lingers into the morning. That morning bloat often starts with the night before. If you want fats in your day, place them where they help you feel satisfied without slowing the whole system. Otherwise, the pileup is quiet, then suddenly obvious. Moving to slide 8. Liquid calories can turn a calm morning into fast chaos. Smoothies hit quicker than you think, especially when fruit sugars are blended and easy to absorb. Blended fiber does not slow the same way as intact chewing does, so the rise and drop can feel sharp. Even cold drinks can slow stomach emptying, which makes the timing feel weird. You get a rush, then a crash that feels like fog. Moving to slide 9. If you snack all day, your gut never gets a true break. Insulin stays elevated longer, and the migrating motor complex, your between-meal cleanup waves, gets interrupted. That means more leftover material for bacteria to ferment, and bloat can build by evening, even if each snack is small. If you want a reset, create real gaps between meals, not constant grazing. Moving to slide 10. A common pattern is training low, then eating huge. You lift on an empty tank, appetite stays muted during the session, then it overshoots later and turns into a massive post-workout meal. The problem is timing. During hard training, blood flow is prioritized to working muscles and away from the gut. Afterward, it returns gradually. That window right after training is sensitive, not because you are fragile, but because a giant, high-fat, high-fiber meal can sit heavy and trigger nausea, reflux, or bloat. What to do instead? If you train early or you tend to crash, take a small, easy carb option before training, like a banana, a slice of toast, or a small yogurt, and keep fat minimal. After training, start with a lighter meal that is easy to digest, with protein plus carbs. Then eat your bigger meal later when your gut is fully online. If you want to include fats and high-fiber foods, push them to that later meal. Timing beats willpower, because it prevents the rebound. When your fueling matches the session, the fog often stops feeling mysterious and starts feeling predictable. Moving to slide 11. When your brain feels foggy, it is often chemistry, not character. A glucose dip can make focus feel slippery, especially if you start with a sugary breakfast or go too long between meals. A very big meal can also dull you out because digestion pulls more blood flow to the gut and your alertness can drop. Some people get a wired, uneasy feeling that is not stress at all. It is histamine from certain foods, leftovers, or alcohol, and it can mimic anxiety. Dehydration is another classic. Your head feels thick, your eyes feel tired, and thinking feels slow. And in some cases, it is not just water. If you are low on sodium from sweating, dieting, or lots of plain water, a little salt can bring you back fast. Fog has causes, and causes have patterns you can track. Moving to slide 12. To find your pattern, run a simple timing audit. Pick one problem window, like 10 a.m. crashes, post-lunch sleepiness, or late-night snacking. For a few days, log time, not calories. Write when you ate, when symptoms hit, and when they eased. Add 2 quick notes each time. First, hunger and energy, just a few words. Second, a bloat rating from 1 to 10, because gut load and gas can track with brain fog. Keep foods mostly constant during the audit, so you are measuring timing instead of changing 10 variables at once. You are not trying to be perfect. You are trying to catch the repeating sequence, because once you see the sequence, you can build a rhythm that fits your life. Moving to slide 13. Now you turn that data into a personal rhythm. Anchor meals to your real schedule, not an ideal one. If your worst dip is mid-morning, try moving part of breakfast later, or add a small protein-forward snack before the dip. Use carbs strategically. Put more of them where you need performance, like before demanding work or training, and keep them lighter when you do not. Place fiber where you tolerate it best. Some people do great with more fiber at lunch, others do better earlier, and many get bloated if they stack fiber and fat late. Avoid late heavy stacks, like a huge dinner plus dessert, because that combo can disrupt sleep and next day energy. Change one lever per week, timing or size, not everything. Your goal is repeatable days that feel steady. Moving to slide 14. Your next test is simple. Change timing, not foods. Run it for 7 days. Keep meal sizes consistent so the signal is clear. If you want help choosing the first lever, comment your worst window, like mid-morning, after lunch, or evening. And if you want the full step-by-step plan, subscribe. This content is for education only and is not medical advice. If symptoms are severe, persistent, or you have a medical condition, talk with a qualified clinician. Your metabolism follows signals. Learn to control them.